Guys, welcome back to Kali J's Kitchen. In today's video, I'll take you guys in the kitchen with me and I'll show you how to make this amazing fried dumplings. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notification bell so you guys can always be notified whenever I upload a new video. Go ahead and tell your friends, tell your family members about Kali J's Kitchen and have them subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, it's KaliKitchen_1, and also on Facebook, it's Kali J's Kitchen. So in a bowl, I'm going to go in with 2 cups of counter flour. You guys can always go ahead and use whatever flour you have at home. Guys, remember to be creative, remember to be you in the kitchen, and remember to utilize whatever you have at home, alright? I will also go in with 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. You guys can always go ahead and use granulated sugar. And I also have 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a small amount of salt. You always want to ensure that all of the ingredients is nicely combined together before you add the water, alright? All of these ingredients that I'm using today, you can get them at your local supermarket or grocery store. I also have 1 cup of ice cold water that I'm going to use to make the dough. Even though I have 1 cup of water, it's a possibility I might not use all. You don't want your dough for your dumpling to be too soggy. So what I'm going to encourage you guys to do is just to add small amount at each time, alright? Don't add all of the water, alright? So just add a small amount until the dough is formed properly. Once the dough is formed properly, all you guys gonna do next is just cover it. You can use hand paper to cover it. Just damp the hand paper and cover it and allow the dough to rest, alright? Or you can just use an hand towel to just cover it and just put it away. Alright? Again, guys, as I always encourage you, try to be creative, alright? And try to be you in the kitchen, alright? So for these dumplings, I'm going to make them in the style that I want, but you guys can always go ahead and make the style that you want, alright? So this is my dough for my dumplings. As you can see, it is nicely formed together. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to knead it up for a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull small portion of the dough apart, alright? Again, guys, try not to make your dough too sticky, alright? So as you can see, I'm just going to go ahead, as I said earlier, pull the dough apart, small pieces of the dough to make up my dumpling, and just put it back in the same plate. You don't necessarily have to put it back in the same plate. You can always go ahead and just put it in another plate, alright? But I didn't want to mess up a lot of things, alright? And try to make your dumplings as even as possible. So what you're going to do, just make circles, and then you're going to go ahead and put it on a clean plate with some flour in the bottom so that it doesn't stick, alright? So at this stage, I'm going to make my dumpling in the desired style that I want, or shape that I want. As I said earlier to you guys, you can always go ahead and do what you want to do, alright? The desired shape or size that you want for your dumpling, alright? So I see this nice little style and I decided to give it a try. So basically all you do, you just take up the dumpling, roll it out until it's a little bit thin enough. You just form it in a like a circle, like a ribbon, like a tiny ribbon. Alright, so that's what I want. But as I said, you guys can go ahead and make a heart. You can always go ahead and just fry it as it is, or it's up to you and what your family loves or what you love. Alright, so while I'm doing this, I put my frying pot on the stove with some vegetable oil that I'm going to fry my dumpling in. Alright, so again, what I did, I went ahead and just pulled the dough apart. Then I went ahead and just make a circle, put it down back in a separate bowl, And what I did is just rub it together until it's a little bit thin, then I make a tie like. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just place my dumpling in the hot oil, and basically I'm gonna allow this to fry for roughly about 7 minutes, so 3.5 minutes on each side, or until golden brown. All right, and guys, just a reminder, remember that baking powder is in this dumpling, so it is going to rise. All right, so try not to make your dumpling too big, because remember, it is going to rise. All right, so I'm just gonna flip my dumplings over on the other side, and if you look closely, you will see that my dumplings, they rise. So all I'm going to do now is I'm gonna flip them over, allow the other side to fry. Once it's finished frying, I'm gonna remove them from the oil. And guys, you always want to ensure that your dumpling is cooked properly, all right? Because sometimes it looks as if it's cooked on the outside, but really and truly the inside is not cooked properly. All right, and you always want to turn on your stove on medium heat, not high. All right, so now that my dumplings, they're all fried, I'm going to remove them and put them on a plate lined with paper towel so that it can absorb the excess oil. I'm going to serve this up with some steamed callaloo and saltfish, but you guys can always go ahead and serve it up with whatever you have at home. All right, so in a few minutes I'm going to show you guys the final product. And there you have it, guys, the final product of my fried dumplings. As you can see, I serve it up nicely. So I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. I hope you guys go ahead and try it out and let me know what you think. Remember to subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys tomorrow for another awesome recipe. Bye, guys.